Chapter Love My Life. The boy who didn't know how to give up people often see the man I am today and forget the boy I used to be. I was born in 1964 in Hangzhou, China. A beautiful city now, but at the time, China was still very much a closed economy. Life wasn't easy. My parents were poor musicians and performers of traditional Chinese music. We didn't have money nor connections, but I had something else: curiosity. When I was a kid, I fell in love with the English language. Not because someone told me to, but because I heard foreign tourists speak it at the Hangzhou Hotel. Every morning, I would ride my bike 45 minutes to that hotel and wait outside, hoping to talk to someone. I wasn't selling anything. I just wanted to practice my English. I did this for 9 years. Not one, not two, 9 years. I gave free tours to foreigners just so I could speak to them and understand their worldview. One of them called me Jack, and the name stuck. Chapter 2 failure was my teacher. I wasn't a smart student. Not by traditional standards. I failed my primary school exams twice, my middle school exams 3 times, and my university entrance exams twice. When I finally passed, I went to Hangford Teachers Institute. I wanted to be a teacher. Not because it paid well, but because it was the only thing I could do with my scores. After graduation, I applied to 30 different jobs and was rejected from all of them. Yes, even KFC rejected me. They hired 24 out of 25 applicants. I was the only one who didn't get the job. I even tried to become a police officer, but was told, "You're not good enough." Most people would have quit, but not me. Every no only made me more determined. Chapter 3, my first encounter with the internet in 1995. I visited the United States for the first time as a translator. There, I saw something that would change my life forever: the internet. A friend showed me how to search online. I typed in beer and found results for American beer, German beer, but no Chinese beer. Then I typed China. Still, nothing. I realized China had no presence on the internet. That hit me hard. So I decided to build a website for China. Even though I knew nothing about coding, websites, or business, my first website was a simple page about my translation company. In 3 hours, I got 5 emails from people wanting to work with me. It wasn't much, but it was enough to show me the future. Chapter 4. China Pages. My first business, my first venture was called China Pages, which Chinese companies build an online presence. I borrowed $2,000 and started from my small apartment. But it didn't last. The Chinese government didn't believe in the internet. The infrastructure wasn't there. Worse, another state-run company took my idea, partnered with me, then pushed me out. I was devastated. But I didn't quit. I went back to Hangzhou and started something new. With nothing but 17 friends in my apartment. That's how Alibaba was born. Chapter 5, the birth of Alibaba in 1999. I gathered 17 of my friends and shared my vision, a platform that would help small businesses in China connect with buyers across the world. I told them, we're not a rich company. We don't have money. But if we work together and believe in the internet, we can build something big. We started Alibaba. Calm from my apartment. I had no tech skills, no money, and no connections. But I had a dream. I didn't want to compete with big companies. I wanted to serve small and medium enterprises, the underdogs, just like me. Everyone laughed at us. You'll fail, they said. China doesn't have the tech infrastructure. Small businesses can't sell online. But I didn't listen. I had heard no my whole life. I was used to it. Chapter 6, the dot-com crash and Alibaba struggles. We were growing fast. But just as we were gaining momentum, the dot-com bubble burst in 2000. Investors pulled out. Startups collapsed everywhere. We almost ran out of money. At one point, I had only $18 million in the bank. Barely enough to pay salaries. People started leaving. Journalists called us, dead on arrival. I had a choice in shut down or pivot. So we changed focus. We improved customer service. We didn't charge businesses to join Alibaba. We gave it away for free and made money through premium features later. It was tough, but we survived. I always say, today is cruel, tomorrow is crueler, but the day after tomorrow is beautiful. Most people die on the second day, but we held on. Chapter 7, the rise of Taobao and beating eBay in 2003, eBay entered China. They were huge, global, and had deep pockets. Everyone said we didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't afraid. Instead of competing head-on, we did something bold. We launched Taobao, a C2C marketplace focused entirely on the Chinese consumer. While eBay charged sellers, Taobao was free. We understood the local market better. We created tools in Chinese. We used chat features to allow buyers and sellers to talk. We built trust. Within 2 years, Taobao had more users than eBay China. In 2006, eBay China left the country. We had won. How? Not with money. Not with power. But by knowing our people and believing in the long game. Chapter 8, the 2025 billion IPO Alibaba kept growing. We launched Alipay, an online payment platform. Because no Chinese bank believed in our model. Everyone said, "You're crazy. No one will send money online." But we trusted people. We believed in escrow payments. Alipay would hold the money until the product was delivered. It worked. In 2014, we went public on the New York Stock Exchange. We raised $25 billion. The largest IPO in history. People called it a miracle. They said Jack Ma came out of nowhere. But it wasn't luck. It was years of rejection, failure, and relentless effort. Chapter 9, the philosophy. Pain and purpose. You know, I was never the smartest guy in the room. I didn't know how to write code. I wasn't an engineer. I wasn't rich or well-connected. But I had something more important. Vision and resilience. I always told my team, we are born poor, but we cannot die poor. Success is not about being smart. It's about knowing your mission and never giving up, no matter how many times the world says, no. I failed more times than I can count, but every failure taught me something. People are too afraid to lose. I was never afraid to lose, because I had nothing to lose in the first place. Chapter 10, leaving Alibaba and my next life in 2019, I stepped down as CEO of Alibaba. Not because I was tired, but because I believe a company should be bigger than one man. Alibaba is not Jack Ma's company. It belongs to the people who built it. The young leaders, the engineers, the small businesses. I went back to my roots, education and philanthropy. I've always wanted to be a teacher. Now, I'm teaching entrepreneurship, leadership, and purpose to the next generation. I believe if you want to be successful, don't think about making money. Think about solving problems. Money will follow. My advice to you, let me leave you with the things I've learned on this crazy journey. 1. Don't give up. The darkest nights produce the brightest stars. 2. Forget competition. Focus on your customer. Serve them better than anyone else. 3. Crazy. Be foolish. If everyone thinks you're crazy, you might be onto something. 4. Hire people smarter than you. I always did. 5. Stay humble. Stay hungry. Success is temporary. Character is forever. 6. Dream big. But start small. Alibaba started with 18 people in a small apartment. You see me today as Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba. But I was once just a kid on a bicycle, trying to learn English from strangers. I'm not a genius. I just never gave up. And neither should you.